Okay, hello, this is Rani Ahmed with you. This is lesson 23 in programming using the language Objective-C on the Macintosh operating system. And in this lesson, we're going to talk about what we call categories. Now, this lesson I advise you to revise the previous lesson about inheritance. It's very important because the current lesson depends in its example on the previous lesson, just for you to remember what's inheritance and what's all about inheritance, because I'm going to relate categories with inheritance in this lesson. Now, and categories is a very small definition. Imagine that, for example, you have a class, you don't know its contents, and you want to add to this class newer methods, okay, without playing or messing with the original class, and without also extending the class, okay, using inheritance too. So you can make your own methods and own messages belong to the class in concern, okay, and you can instantiate and make new objects using the same object name, okay. Now, the way to do it, here I have first, just to remind you quickly, I have a root class which is called the vehicle, and I have two classes which are the car class and the bike class here, okay. Both classes are children of the vehicle class, okay. Now, vehicle class, I have added to it a new member which is manufacture date, and of course I have inheritance, so manufacture date, which is a string, okay. It will be inherited by the car and the bike classes, the children classes. Now, and of course you will see car and bike will inherit from both they both will inherit manufacturing date from the vehicle class. Now, just for you to know, okay, here is my bike, and there is manufacture date, and of course you cannot access it. This is something related to inheritance. We'll deal later with the privileges, but just for now I just wanted to show you that yes, here is my bike, and here I can see that manufacture date over here is within my bike, okay, although it's not defined. And also I have a Ferrari, the car, and I have manufacture date coming out from Ferrari, okay, and both are not defined inside Ferrari, nor it is in bike. So this is bike, has no the member variable, and also the car. Let's go up a little bit. It's just trying to remind you of the previous lesson, and this is the car definition, and it has no member variable called manufacture date. Now, what's category? Category is, as I told you, I wanted to add more methods to the class in concern, and my class in concern here is the vehicle. I chosen vehicle, and I can create as many and as much as I want of categories inside, or to make them belong to a class, okay. But if every category, of course, must have its own name. So the way I do it is this way. See, this is where I have this comment, It's just a comment. It has nothing to do with category, but I just highlighted it with this comment. So I'm saying the following is a category. So the category is this, okay, with the implementation part, of course. So this is all about the category. Okay. Now all this in blue. Okay. Now I start with a normal definition of a class, but without mentioning member variables. Okay, in it has no member variables. It's just an extension of the original class, which is here vehicle. And what's inside the parentheses, okay, over here, those brackets, parentheses, okay, is the name of the category. Okay, so this is about manufacturing. Okay, and here I have made one called set manufacturing date, and it will take a string, and here I have get manufacturing date, and it will print that string that I set into, or that I will set into manufacture date, and see inside the implementation of the category, which is just similarly as the interface. I'll type vehicle and the name of the category, which is between the parentheses, and just normal as usual. I just define the messages of the category. Okay, and here's the set manufacturing date. This is the parameter d, which is a string, okay, which represents a date. Okay, but it's just a string, any string. Okay, but later we will deal with dates, because there's a dedicated class for it, okay, for dates. So here's the string manufacture date assigned as a d, okay, and therefore the manufacture date as a string, which is an ns string, which is inside the vehicle, the root class vehicle, okay, will be set with d. Okay, and of course if you set the vehicle as d, I think class car and class I think, I'm not sure, it will copy the values of a manufacture date. Okay, we will see about that, but for now just understand that d will be assigned to the manufacture date, just to set the manufacture date. And next I have to print, if I want to print it out, of course I made a get manufacturing date, but usually they make the get as a way to set the date into something else. Okay, but my way is just to print it out, okay, some other variable. So here I say that using nslog, of course this is an ns string, next step string, so to print it out and using nslog I just use the %at. Okay, just as a parameter to substitute with the value of manufacture date. Okay, and therefore, of course, from previous lesson you remember those car 4 and 2. Okay, and this is the printing out of the date using the get date, and here I've used the freedom, which is an ID, as you remember, okay, which is now taking a vehicle. So freedom, okay, and of course we got a manufacturing date set and manufacturing date get, okay, and that's it, it's printed out. So the relationship, as you notice now, between inheritance and category, that the messages inside the category, okay, will also be inherited by the car and the bike. And if you look carefully, I can make this my bike, for example, because both are inheriting from the same class, which is vehicle, and I can just say get, see, I have get manufacturing date, but get manufacturing date, okay, inside the bike is not defined. See, bike has nothing called get manufacture date nor set manufacture date, and here even in the car it doesn't have them. Okay, so here just also as a proof. Okay, where am I? Okay, just jumped suddenly. Okay, so this is my bike, oh no, I mean the car, Ferrari, and I have, for example, this is the set manufacturing date. I have also the get manufacturing date. Both now belong to the car. So this is the category. Okay, this is how I added newer methods to the vehicle. Let's test now what happened with the my bike. If I wanted to print the my bike, okay, because I changed now, this is my bike, Freedom is pointing out my bike. Let's see what will happen. Oh no, now vehicle is I mean Freedom is now another object, a totally another object here. Okay, but let's see what happens if I say my bike will take Freedom, just as a test, quick test. So it has nothing here. Okay, it's null now. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Okay, and maybe just before I move, I just have try this. So yes, it copied it. That's it. Just simply, it's a matter of copying it. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and please subscribe, and your comments, please, those are very important. Subscribe using your own YouTube account. Okay, I'd love to see who's subscribing, which parts from the world, and such and such. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bye bye.